Alright guys, hello and welcome back to another episode of Muv Luv Photonflowers. We're in the middle of a conversation with Kashiwagi on our current dilemma with our relationship with Sumita and all the other stuff with our friends, so let's see if Kashiwagi can inject some of her wisdom into Tataru. And well, that's about it. Damn it, I totally spilled my guts out. Of course, I'd excluded all the sexual stuff, but even that might have been fair game if we weren't in public right now. I even told her about Marimo-chan's cosplay show. Why talk about that, man? Yay, that's supposed to be a secret! Something I was planning to take with me to the grave. I blame you, Kashiwagi. You're way too good of a listener. Damn it. Must be all those talk shows. Not that I'm complaining, of course. Well? Huh? You think? Because personally, I feel like it's a perfect example of my usual bullshit. Being self-centered, shifting the blame, taking my frustrations out on others. I mean, when he says it like that, kinda. I feel like that's more alternative, Tataru. Slowpoke? Huh, you think? I remember that. That was a brutal speech. I didn't even like that speech. But it worked. No, but I wish I could. When I think back on how preachy I got about that, I can't help but cringe. That's what I'm thinking, but it did work, so. I mean, that's how we feel. Yeah, true. Ugh. Everyone keeps calling me immature lately. I hate to say it, but maybe they're right. I mean, you've always been immature, though. Well, an extra. Until, like, the end. So, I guess he technically did grow. And now he's back to being immature. But he always had, like, a little immature streak in his personality. It's just part of who he is, IMO. There's the possessiveness word again. Huh. What? What? No, that's not it at all. Huh? What do you mean? Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, again, it was funny last episode, but if he just says they're going out, I think literally all the tension and problems go away. But at this point, he's just doing it because people want him to do it, and he's like, nah, you want me to do it? I don't want to do it then. But wow, which is actually a very childish thing to do. But again, I would do that. So. Well, maybe not in this situation, but I know the pull. The pull of just saying no when people want you to do something you kind of don't want to do. Wait, so he explained the whole situation without telling Kashiwagi he was going out with Sumita? How the heck did that work, man? Well, I mean, no, but still. What the hell? Why are you putting me on the spot about this now? Wasn't this whole conversation predicated on the assumption? On that assumption? That's the only reason I didn't say it outright. That's the problem, Tataru. He just doesn't say it outright. It's rare territory in anime, since they usually never end up together. Yeah, exactly. She gets it. Yeah, tell me about it. You're just spitting wisdom. We can't help ourselves. We're not the clown nose side of it. I beg your pardon?
だけどさ、やっぱりそういうの白金くんらしくないって。なんとなくわかるよ。今更だからみんなに言うのもちょっと照れくさいし、独占欲丸出しもかっこ悪いしって思うのは。だけどさ、はっきりしないのが一番辛いんだよね、きっと。鏡さんもそうなんだと思う。
It's true. I mean, we've been saying this. What makes you say that?
鏡さんだって同じこと思ってるよ、絶対。でも一つだけ違うのは。
That being said, I feel like then, if Kagami just went with the 3-day date plan, I feel like the relationship pretty much would have been patched up, even if they still didn't announce it yet. I feel like after that, maybe Takara would be more willing to announce it. I'm just saying, there was an alternative route there, but now since that's passed, you might as well just announce it, because it's just getting more strained. And what's that?
鏡さんの方が白金くんよりちょっとだけ思い切りが良かったってことなんじゃない？
How so?
好きな相手を独り占めしたいと思うのは誰だって同じでしょ？でも鏡さんは白金くんに任せてたんだよ。ほら、そこは女の子だから認めてあげてほしいんだよね。
Right.
だけど拉致開かないから自分でやることに決めたんでしょ？
By doing what? You think that's why she's getting together with Class Rep and the others? There's not really another option. It's definitely not to train her to be a good shit talker, like you thought. It's some sort of top secret training regime to help her muster up the courage? True. They are planning something. It's not like we can really do anything. So we might as well just wait and see what happens. Or you can just take the initiative, but he's not going to, so. How soon are we talking? If my calculations are correct. What calculations are you doing, Kashiwagi? This isn't a math problem. Wait, you think you know what Sumita's planning? I still don't know what they're actually planning on doing. But apparently everyone but me and Takri knows. I'm still totally clueless, and she figured it out just from listening to me vent for a while. Well, now, you're kind of dissing me now, because I have the same context of Kashiwagi, and I still don't. Well, I have even a little more context than Kashiwagi, and I don't really know what they're cooking up here. Hey, are you implying that I'm stupid or what? Based. You're such a fun... I mean, she told me stupid too, but you know what? If it's Kashiwagi saying it, I'm not even mad. She's kind of goated, you know? Saying shit like that with a grin on your face. Yeah, there's no denying that. Huh? The L word. I mean, yeah. You do have to work for a relationship. Usually. Yeah, good point. Yeah, it's not like once you get the girl, you win or whatever. It's about the companionship you gain afterwards. That's what really matters, because that's the stuff that lasts. At first it was all about winning. We wanted it so bad that even Class Rep and Ayamne set aside their differences. But along the way, we found something deeper than that. We just didn't realize it at first. But now that some time has passed and the rush of victory is long gone, I can tell that the real prize wasn't just some trophy. It was the journey to the trophy. It was the sense of camaraderie we developed. Without that, I definitely wouldn't be spilling my guts out to Kashiwagi right now. I mean, especially with Kashiwagi. I don't know how deep our friendship was before that with her. Okay, maybe it's not the best analogy, but it's important But the important part is I can see now where I've been going wrong. Kashiwagi's right. For better or worse, I've never been the kind of guy who thinks twice about things. I'm brash and impulsive, and I'll fight with class rep over even the most menial of bullshit. Yeah, this isn't me. I think he's been calling you for a while. Yeah, go for it. Sorry for talking your ear off like that. Will do. See ya later. Never thought I'd have a therapy session at the arcade. Though I'm even more surprised that I opened up so much to someone I hardly know. Well, I should probably call it a day. What a day. How long were we talking to her? Muv Luv. It's a Sunday. Oh! Wait, I know it! I know the plan! I'm so dumb! I'm pretty sure I know the plan. I didn't realize it's close to Valentine's Day. So they must be planning something for Valentine's Day. There we go. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah, I was just not paying attention to the date, and they kept mentioning graduation. I'm like, there's no way it's for graduation. But Valentine's Day in 3 days. Okay. I'm locking that in. That's probably the answer. Anyways, now it's Ayamane's turn to train Sumita. And whatever. Still, I don't know what exactly they're gonna do, but it's definitely happening on Valentine's Day. It's me! Yo! What, you think Ayamane was gonna be on time? Ayamane's coming over today, right? Can I talk to you for a bit before she gets here? Alright. Making plays. Well. I almost jumped out of my seat when I heard the news at dinner last night. What news? Do you have plans on the 14th? Okay, there we go. The news is Valentine's Day. To be fair, I also forgot it. I just didn't. It just didn't cross my mind. It just so happens that my mom and dad aren't gonna be home that night. I feel like they're just never home, ever. If not, you should spend the evening at my place. My dad's gonna be on a business trip and my mom's going out of town for a funeral. Well, that's not a very romantic Valentine's Day for Taku's parents. Which means we have a whole house to ourselves. This is the perfect opportunity, right? I knew... Wait, does he know it's Valentine's Day? I feel like the news at dinner was that his parents aren't gonna be there. He didn't really mention Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is the 14th, right? I'm not really a Valentine's Day kind of guy, but it is very close to my birthday, so Valentine's Day. Yeah, it is the 14th. It's on a Saturday next year. Usually it's on a weekday, so that's good for the lovers. Not the Muv lovers, or maybe the Muv lovers, but just the normal lovers. This is the perfect opportunity, right? I knew karma was gonna have to swing back in my favor at some point, though it could just be another trap. We can have a nice dinner too. I'm sure they leave me some food money. We could go pick up a big plate of sushi or whatever you want. Dude, don't have to ask me twice if someone invites me out for sushi, man. I've been to Japan. I've had the good sushi. I'm still happy eating mall sushi here, man. I just love sushi. It's like the opposite of my uncle, who went to Japan once and now he just can't eat sushi in Canada. Which, I mean, there are actual good sushi places in Canada, but I understand not wanting mall sushi. I still liked it, though. I still liked it. And it's just insane how good sushi is in Japan, and it's like half the price. Like, just like average sushi is probably better than like, or equal to the high-end stuff in Canada. And it's like so cheap. Anyways, no sushi rant, but yeah, sushi equals good. I mean, she's got no reason to refuse, right? Not this time. Well, she might refuse because I think their whole plan's gonna revolve around Valentine's Day. Plus, I figured out what she wants me to do, or rather, I've decided what needs to be done. But I'd still like to wait until it feels natural, to be honest. And I feel like a nice meal and some casual conversation might be the perfect setting to get the ball rolling. Then after that, maybe we'll do a little rolling around ourselves, if you catch my drift. You're funny, dude. You're a funny dude. What, am I too late? Did I cut it too close again? That's the plan, dude. That's what she's training for. Everyone's parents are just gone. Wait, really? Then after that, maybe she'll invite me into something else, if you catch my drift. Oh, it's so corny. Who are you? You're just saying that in your mind, huh? Yeah, except Sumita's plan, because they're obviously doing something for Valentine's Day. Maybe they're setting up the house somehow. Or just, I don't know. I don't know why she was yelling in pain yesterday. I mean, we both know what the implication is here, right? Okay, then how about this? We'll have dinner at your house, but after that you'll come over and spend the night at my place. If she spends the night, then. Yeah, you're pushing too hard, bro. She's just looking for a romance, not that. It's pretty much guaranteed, right? Well, sounds good. You're pushing too hard. Okay, it worked. Nice! Bro yelled at the top of his lungs. Nice! Sometimes you just have to push. So what do you want to have for dinner? Ah, she heard everything. Huh? Sneaky Ayamane. Is that new drip? I don't remember Ayamane's casual clothes like I did for Chizuru. Wow, where did you come from? I need a full shot of her though. How did I not notice her sneaking up on us? I mean, that's kind of her specialty. Sneaking around. I should have been more careful. Never underestimate Ayame. She's the real squalid Drake here, not us. What's her bottom? I want to see her bottom half of the drip. I don't remember this outfit, but I like the coat. The coat, brown coat with black undershirt is always a nice combo. When did you get her? Please don't tell me she heard all of that. Yes, that's what I'm asking. Classic Ayamne banter. She's so good at it. Phew, sounds like she didn't hear anything. Okay, now you're just messing with me. And for the record, I wasn't asking what you want for dinner. Ooh, and it's a V-cut shirt? Okay, I know, fashion expert. I feel like if this was a full shirt that covered up the collarbone, I think it would look better. But maybe I'm crazy. That looks good though. Maybe that's insane, Aiden. Why do you want to cover her up? It's not that, dude. It's just the drip. It's just the style. I mean, why would I even buy you dinner in the first place? It's not like I owe you for something. Oh shit. Huh? Oh yeah, we might owe her because she's helping Sumita for the Valentine's Day thing. Ooh, look at that smooth slide. Hey, wait! What? Yeah, of course. Damn it, Sumita, what the heck are you up to? Well, whatever. I just need to be myself and everything will work itself out. That's something I'd kind of forgotten about until Kashiwagi called me out for being indecisive yesterday. Then I went home and spent a long time thinking about it, and I realized what I've been doing wrong. The most important thing is to be true to yourself, something I learned from Maya. Hard to believe she's still propping me up even now. I really gotta get my act together. It's the guiding light phenomenon. It's even happening in a nutshell still. That's Mia for you. Are we just sleeping the whole day? We are. Muv Luv. Wednesday? That's 2 days we slept. We slept the Tama! I wanted to interact with Tama outside of Sumita's house. Hmm? Right tonight. Sumita, what's up? Well, yeah, the light's still on, isn't it? That happens to me. I'm just watching something at like 2 a.m., fall asleep, wake up at like 5 or 6 a.m., have to close all the lights, brush my teeth, go to sleep for another like 3 hours, 3-4 hours. It sucks. That's been like my week. I really need to fix my sleeping schedule. Gotta buy some more sleep aids just so I can sleep straight through. Hey, I've gotten better about that recently, haven't I? It's definitely a bad habit, but I understand. What's with her? She sounded so relieved when I opened the window, but now she seems listless, almost. I wonder if she's gonna be mad that we don't know it's Valentine's Day. Hmm? Oh yeah, I guess you're right. Which means it's now the 14th. Ooh. Pre-talk. Unless the thing's happening right now. What, you want me to come outside? I'm freezing enough as it is just having the window open. Why can't you wait until morning? Brother, you're in Japan. Though they must be... I forgot where they were exactly. Because it does snow in winter for them, right? Which isn't something that happens too much in Japan. Unless you're like up north, right? Why can't I just wait until morning? Just say yes, bro. Well, okay, let's be nice. What the heck, Sumita? If you got something to tell me, just say it here. Maybe she's doing her plan right now. Brrr, so cold. I think I can feel my blood freezing over. It's so cold, it's probably like 15 degrees. It is February. Sure, yeah, I'm just on a doodle. It doesn't really matter, but February average temp, and obviously it's in a different time period, so because it does actually matter. Because Canada's a lot more, it's like hotter than it was like a decade ago, I think. Still gets cold. Yeah, obviously this shit wouldn't work. Well, they're definitely not in Hokkaido. Okay, I mean, okay, maybe I was a little off. Around Tokyo, apparently it's 10 degrees in February. Daytime high. And nighttime lows are 2 degrees. That's actually surprising. The way my dad describes it is like, oh, like the coldest it gets is like 15 or something. Anyways. Knowledge. It's fine, just tell me what's up. Present. Huh? A present for me? There we go. Huh? Oh. Right, that is today, isn't it? February 14th. It's crazy, you didn't realize. I feel like at this point, I don't think his friends are gonna give him chocolate. Now that they're in a relationship. If they weren't, they probably would have. Sumita, she got dibs. It's like that. It's like those people in YouTube comments that go first on a video. It's like, who cares? But I mean, this is way more impactful than that. I'm just saying. I see. So that listlessness I sensed earlier was just because she was waiting anxiously for the clock to strike midnight. She didn't actually have anything to talk about. She was just biding her time. That dork, getting all anxious over a dumb holiday. How cute is that? With her antenna thing being a heart. It's perfect. Go on, take it. Oh, right, thanks. It's a pretty big box and heavier than it looks. Did she wrap this herself? She did a really nice job. Maybe that's what they were doing? There's no way, though, that she took 3 whole days with 3 different people to make Valentine's chocolate. It's probably like one of them. And then the other 2 helped with something else. I can already tell she put a lot more effort into this than the one she'd given me in the past. Seriously, though, why the huge rush? I get that you wanted to be first, but still. I mean, it's not like we don't see each other first thing in the morning anyway. It's not like Maya. If Maya was still here, then I would understand. You're not yourself in the morning. I guess that's true for most people. What are you talking about? We've literally seen him do that, so can't really deny that. Hey, come on, I think I've gotten better recently. Literally a couple days ago. I mean, it is kind of his fault, but I don't really think it's a big deal being grouchy when you get up from bed. I'm not usually grouchy, but I wouldn't blame someone. Right, sorry, I'd really like to be better about that, but I guess I'm just not a morning person. Well, come on, you know you don't have to worry about that. You're already dating. Does it even matter? Does he? Is Topper that popular with the ladies? It's not something I expected. But, I mean, oh, why am I saying that? He's literally a harem protagonist, so... But with, like, people outside his friend group, I was more talking about. So does everyone. It's called courtesy chocolate. There's nothing romantic about it. I don't know, man. I feel like I'd rather just a no chocolate than a courtesy chocolate. It's like a participation reward. It probably doesn't feel good, but at least you can eat it, unlike a participation reward. Well, fair enough. So hey, you mind if I open this now? Well, don't eat too much. It's nighttime already. You're gonna stay up from all the sugar. You were kind of bad tearing it open after you wrapped it up all nice, though. Wrapping was meant to be torn. Well, if you say so. What we got here? Whoa. A chocolate cake. Not just chocolate, she baked a whole cake. Not just a slice, but a whole one. That's cool. Wow, no wonder the box felt heavy. Damn, dude. I mean, I figured it was probably something chocolate, but a whole cake? That's crazy. She really went all out. Wow. I'm so flustered, I don't even know what to say. No, flustered isn't really the right word. I guess grateful is probably a better way to describe it. But I feel like that doesn't quite do it justice either, especially in this context. It's a feeling I'm not really sure how to respond to. Which is why I've just been standing there speechless. I've got to admit, I wouldn't have guessed that you knew how to bait stuff like this. Connect the dots, connect the dots. Wait, really? All 3? I'm not dissing, but... Was it all 3 people? Ah! I chomped! And I skipped. No, dude. What did I do? What button did I even press? Alright, it's alright. We can salvage it. Wait, so that's what you guys were up to over the long weekend? Yep, and the day... Oh, wait. We can just do this. So maybe all 3 of them were there for the whole long weekend, and we just never saw them all, because we always just, like, left after they came. Well, that explains everything. Well, I was kinda right. It was something for Valentine's Day. I thought they were like helping like also like set up like her house or something, like plan the whole date. But this is pretty good too. I see, so that must have been what was going on. This must have been what Kashawadi meant when she said I'd find out soon enough. She was talking about Valentine's Day. Yeah. How did I not figure that out? No wonder she thought I was stupid. I was stupid too. But then I figured it out before you. Actually, you didn't figure it out until you were told, so... Have to get a +1 over Tatu, at least on the not stupid scale. I wasn't treating this like a relationship, which is why Sumita had to step up and do it for me. But then, does that mean she wouldn't have put all in this extra effort if I'd taken the initiative? No, that's not really the point here. She could have still made the exact same cake, just without the added layer of pressure caused by my indecisiveness. Mind if I take a bite? Don't worry about it. It's barely been out. I don't think they're hardened that fast. Don't care. I've got to have a bite of this thing right now. Chomp. Just chomping into a whole cake is crazy. But it's our cake, so I guess if we're not sharing with anyone. Oh, except for Sumita. Probably. It's fine. And now she's trying to clean it up with a kiss. Oh man. Or maybe not. Dude, it's amazing. Yep, not too sweet, not too rich. You know, exactly how I like it, Sumita. This thing is absolute perfection. It's got Sumita written all over it too. It may not be the most flashy of kits on the outside, but it's chock full of everything I love in the inside. I mean, that's the most important part. I think decorated, like, the appearance of the cake matters more if it's like for a special occasion with like multiple people eating it, but if it's just for like the fam or for a loved one, probably doesn't matter what it looks like. It's all taste. Not really a big chocolate cake guy myself though. I'm just cheesecake pilled, honestly. And like North American cheesecake. No offense to the Japanese cheesecake, but I think that's definitely just worse than the ones we have here. IMO. What? I mean, throwing it out is insane, but... Hey, come on, I'm not that cruel. Upon closer inspection, it looks like her hands are covered in bandages. It's so dark that I didn't notice until now. And I know they weren't there when we were walking home from school today, which means she must have done everything tonight. What were they doing during the weekend? Just training? Some practice? She even made a point of choosing skin-colored ones to try to keep them hidden. Aren't most bandages skin-colored? I guess you can go for like white ones. Otherwise, she would have used the ones with cute patterns on them like they normally does. How could I forget the ones with like hearts and smiley faces? It's even possible that she's been slaving away in the kitchen all night. Sumita is genetically predisposed to put things off until the last minute after all. Heh. Doofus. Man, I can't believe it. I really didn't have any idea. Thank you, Sumita. Really. Kiss. Smooch. You smooching? Oh yeah? Pretty romantic, huh? Yeah, I'll bet. Her arms feel like ice around my neck, even through 2 layers of clothes. Even her hair feels cold as it brushes over the contours of my palms in the frigid night air. But funnily enough, the only thing I feel right now is something warm and fuzzy deep inside. And I can tell that Sumita feels it too. And now we're getting somewhere. Oh wait, alright, now we're getting somewhere. I feel more mentally prepared for this now. At this rate, I think tomorrow's gonna go just fine. Man, I can't wait. It's gonna feel like we're living together, if only for a day. Yeah, it's pretty cold out here. Yeah, I'm gonna go hit the hay myself, after I eat a little more of this, of course. That's true. Really? But I always eat a cup ramen or something before I go to sleep. I agree. It's kinda... we call those lucky metabolism. Some people are just have born with good metabolism. This thing's so good, I'll probably eat half of it tonight. That was so important. And floss. You know, I learned recently, well not recently, like a couple months ago, that mouthwash isn't like that important. Like, I don't know, as a kid I was always taught you brush your teeth, then mouthwash. Or no, you floss, brush, mouthwash. But I learned that if you're gonna use mouthwash, it should be floss, mouthwash, and brush. Because the mouthwash is just getting rid of all the toothpaste, man. Which makes a lot of sense, but then it's like, why did they teach us to rinse our mouth after brushing our teeth? Yeah, I hear ya. Sumita! Thanks again. This means a lot. Oh, and we're still on for tonight, yeah? Nice. Cool, alright then. Good night. Muv Luv. It's a Thursday. See, that's what I'm saying. Valentine's Day is always on a shitty day, man. Oh! Let's do this. I mean, this could be a thumbnail. Look at that. This it reminds me of the swing thing they used to do in Higurashi. Sorry, Makoto. Yeah, sorry, Makoto. We're gonna have to reschedule. I mean, they know. Except for Makoto. So true, Tama. Does Makoto know? It's possible. Were we chocolate farming? Oh, this again? Wahahaha, take a wild guess. Time's up. The correct answer was 0. I was kind of expecting you to be more relieved to hear that, not incredulous. See, I told you you had nothing to worry about. Well, if everyone knows you're in a relationship, I feel like it's kind of BM to give even courtesy chocolate to someone in a relationship, right? Nope, after all, courtesy chocolate's more of a business tactic than anything. People aren't going to shell out the money when there's no real benefit for them, as transactional as that sounds. And with less than a month left until graduation, why invest in a friendship with someone you might never see again? But whatever, I'm not super turned up about it. As much as I love having girls give me chocolate, I've got something better this year. An actual girl. Why do you say that? I mean, that's probably true, too. I mean, Tataru seems very cynical, like his idea. I didn't want to say anything, but... True. Damn, we're missing out on Tama chocolates? It's crazy. Wait, I do? Since when? Why not? Need them close, so close you can rub it in their faces? I didn't actually forget, but we can just pretend I did. I know, but really, you shouldn't feel bad about them trying to be considerate. That kind of defeats the purpose. If they're trying to prop you up, you should let them. It's the best way to show you appreciate the sentiment. Now then, where are we headed? The shopping district? The supermarket? She brought a notepad. Whoa, that's quite the shopping list you've got there. Only caught a quick peek, but it looked like she had several different lists all crammed together on one page. Oh shit. Battle music. For real? I guess maybe it's really busy on Valentine's Day? Say what? You feel like people would prepare the day before though. She's right. Everyone's gonna be buying stuff for dinner right now. It'd be a total pandemonium. Who told you that? She's a veteran in the battlefield of shopping. I don't remember your mom being that eccentric. Though she did raise you, so it made sense that she's a bit of a free spirit. Actually, time to think of it, didn't she totally abandon you one day for a couple months back? Just because she felt like going to see the kangaroos and koalas at the zoo? Is that a bad thing? What do you mean? So she wasn't home for a day because she wanted to go to the zoo. You're saying like that's a bad thing. Sumika's not like the kid, she's a high schooler. Maybe the apple fell a bit closer to the tree than I originally thought. No offense, Miss Tadami. Yeah, no, I remember. That's why Tsukiyomi sent her parents off on that trip to Australia in the first place, so she could see them in their natural habitat. Apparently she just really likes koalas. Though to be fair, she also offered my folks around the world adventure, and they didn't hesitate to leave me behind either. So maybe I'm not one to talk about neglectful parents. I mean, again, you're high schoolers. It'd be one thing if you were kids, but like, you're fine by yourselves, obviously. I don't think they're bad parents for that. Yes, ma'am. The fundamentals of war. Okay, lay them on me. Oh shit. I mean, true? Hell yeah. So in other words, don't be afraid to get aggressive in the name of bargain hunting. Made sense. Alright, let's show these middle-aged women what our teenage reflexes and perfect eyesight can do. Charge! Oh. Whoa, hey, what are you clinging on to me for? One hug before the battle. Oh, for the love of... Alright, whatever. But come on, let's move. Phew, so heavy. My arms are killing me. Dun, dun, dun. Sheesh, Warzone my ass. Everyone was totally civil. I knew it sounded too crazy to be true. If buying groceries were actually that dangerous, our moms would be dead by now. I was totally right. Sumika and her mother are like the same exact person. They both get these crazy misconceptions somehow, which then get snowballed way out of proportion. To the point that one of them genuinely believes that plain old shimeji mushrooms are actually top shelf gourmet matsutate. I remember that reference. Early extra. And I bet her mom's the one who gave her the idea in the first place. Well, at any rate, Sumika went home to get changed, so I should probably do the same before she gets back. Dun, 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 dun. You gonna need help with anything? Alright, if you say so. I sure hope she knows what she's doing. She's alright at cooking, I think. Yeah, she's decent. Man, I've gotta admit, this is kind of nice. I was thinking of Maya. I was like, is she alright? But that Maya's the one that's kind of ass at cooking. Just sitting here twiddling my thumbs. Knowing that my girlfriend's taking care of everything. How could I possibly focus on a video game at a time like this? The anticipation's got me on cloud 9. Huh? Oh, sorry, my bad. And yet, I can't help myself. My gaze just keeps wandering back to the kitchen. Oh, come on. I like watching you cook. Oh, please. We're dating now, aren't we? What's there to blush about? Though, to be honest, I'm feeling a little flustered myself. Couplesy stuff like this doesn't come naturally to me at all. But I'm trying really hard to break out of my comfort zone here. Gotta fake it till you make it, you know? I know I just said I would stop overthinking things and just be myself from now on, but there's a fine line between that and being complacent. I can't just rest on my laurels and expect Sumito to compensate for my deficiencies. You guys ever use rest on your laurels in real life? I always like that line, but I never have a chance to whip it out in a conversation. Especially when being myself in this context would mean stammering awkwardly until anything vaguely romantic about the moment shrivels up and dies. Kinda defeats the purpose of being in a relationship. You know what? I think I'm gonna help you out after all. If we're just gonna stare at her, we might as well help. No, seriously, I couldn't focus on my game at all knowing that you were in here. Come on, please. Our first time going grocery shopping as a couple, and now our first time cooking together. Eek, it's like the sneak peek of what our married life could be like several years down the line. And is this what contentment feels like? It's like a warm, cozy sensation. I could definitely get used to this. Alright, so how can I help? Oh! Ta-da! Food truck? It's kind of hard to tell. That looks like katsu. Like some sort of katsu. That's pasta, or probably noodles. And that's sliced fruit, I think? Or it's either fruit or sashimi. If it's sashimi, then this meal's already blessed with some rice. Dude, I mean, I love katsu. Noodles depend. Sashimi's always great. And, you know, you gotta have rice. Oh my god, everything looks so good. What do you mean? That's what leftovers are for. There's cream stew, don't know what that is. Braised chicken and veggies. Decent. Pork cutlet, that's where we saw the katsu. And a massive plate of yakisoba for some reason. Oh, this is the chicken and veggies. Alright, I mean, it's still good. I don't even see the chicken, but I guess that's carrot, beet, maybe. Yakisoba, I like yakisoba. Man, you really went all out. And a little side of rice, and any one of these could be a meal on its own. Or add a little side of rice, and any of these could be a meal on their own. Oh, who's eating rice and yakisoba? Hell, even yakisoba could be a full entree. Ah. Okay, I mean, yakisoba is ayamane. I'm thinking the braised chicken and vegetables is chizuru and tama with the pork cutlet, if I had to guess. Oh. You mean the other girls? Okay, yeah, so it's not just the cake, which is what I thought. First I've heard of it, though you did say they all helped with the cake. So this was all part of their little weekend crash course, huh? Made sense, I guess. They've definitely all got their own brand of culinary prowess, as I learned during the class cook-off. You know, going back to it when Ayamne bought a yakisoba sandwich. But now that I know that, it's pretty obvious which recipe came from which girl. Okay, I hope I'm right. Obviously, Ayamne's yakisoba. I'm thinking class rep is this, because it's probably a little harder to make, I think. Well, it's easier, if you know what you're doing. To make that, but... Oh! She's the pork cutlet! Then what did Tama do, man? Yeah, come to think of it, she definitely tenderized the pork cutlet in an odd fashion, and she was very particular about which kind of breading we bought at the store. There is a specific breading. You don't get the tempura breading, which is like the common one. That's why there's like different fry stuff. I learned this. There's tempura, then there's katsu, and I think there's one more. But tempura and katsu are the main like fried ones. She also kept a close eye on the oil temperature, which is important. You don't want to burn the breading. The combination of these things seemed to have lent a unique crispness to the dish. It was certainly cooked with a lot of love. Excuse me. I don't know why that almost seemed like the spit take. I don't know why. I don't know. Anyways, my bad. Well, your signature technique's not so secret anymore. You better hope I don't resell it to the highest bidder. Oh, I was just joshing you. Besides, I wanted to help out. Oh, now without further ado, let's dig in. For starters, let's try their pork cutlet. Munch. Hey, that's got an interesting texture to it. Pretty tasty, Sumita. I feel like whenever you describe interesting on food, it's usually bad, but obviously he means it fully positive. No sauce? Now, no need to rush. Any connoisseur knows that in order to truly appreciate the flavor of pork cutlet, you have to take a bite before drenching it in sauce as a control variable. Actually, I'm with him, dude. When there's sauce on the side, I always like take a pure bite first of whatever. To get the full experience. Because how would you know? If you just start with sauce, how would you know? You might just like it without the sauce. Okay, next up. Gulp. The stew's awesome too. Mickey did it. Little soy milk. Oh, this is oh, dude, I forgot. They described it, and I was just looking at the table when they're trying to guess, but there's cream stew. That's the cream stew. Okay. I've never heard of, like, what is that? It's just, like, dairy soup? That's weird. I think that's worth a Google. Because it just sounds like she put milk, soy milk, and sour cream. That doesn't sound great. But it is Tama. I mean, didn't Tama just make, like, a giant bowl of, like, rice with random shit in it for the cook-off? Cream stew. 4. Japanese cream stew. Tender well, there's no, I don't know if there's, apparently it's supposed to have like chicken and vegetables in it. The vegetables are sauteed. It doesn't even say any cream. There's white roux. What that's white roux? What's roux again? It's sauce, right? Butter, bacon grease, flour, milk, salt, pepper. Holy. Anyways. You don't say. Not picking up on the soy or sour cream, but could those be the secret behind this incredible flavor? No, I'm sure the most important factor is that she didn't use prepackaged stew mix. That helps. It takes a lot of... Well, it depends. I think like pre-packaged like Japanese curry mitts is kind of goated. Like how would you make that yourself, man? I mean, you probably can, but it's hard. It takes a lot of time and effort to make something like this from scratch. So the braised vegetable and chicken is cheeser. Which is what I guessed. I just said tama for the cutlet. Because I forgot about the stew. Did you get this recipe from class rep? Well, that's not a surprise, to be honest. Huh. Class rep knows how to bake cakes. I have a hard time picturing that. That's why she was yelling. Wait, was that why you were crying out in pain when she came over on Saturday? Well, yeah, well that's a relief. I was pretty certain she was hitting you or something as part of some abusive training regime. I know that. I don't think Takaru in this route knows that though. Okay, let's change the subject. Well, regardless, let's have a taste, shall we? Yep, another winner. And last but not least, the yakisoba. I've seen this before, it's Ayame's secret recipe. During the class cook-off, she was extremely fussy about using only the most high-class ingredients. But that was only possible on Maya's dime. Oh, wait, did she? I thought she just bought the yakisoba sandwich, but she made it. Okay, I was wrong then. I forgot. Sorry for my Ayamane slander. So I'm curious how close she can come to recreating that with the plain old store-bought ingredients. Way ahead of you. Slurp slurp. Hang on. Man, this tastes like... How do I even describe it? It's kind of like... It's like the kind of yakisoba you get from the school cafeteria or festival booth or the convenience store. It's neither incredible nor terrible, and yet there's a certain quality to it that's all but impossible to recreate in your own home. It's like the quintessential yakisoba. That's the best way to think of to describe it. Wow, this tastes nostalgic almost. Then I'm kind of insane, but I really like the Ichiban like instant yakisoba, but like a lot of the times I tried real yakisoba. Even in Japan, I didn't really like it that much. Like I tried it from a street vendor and I thought it was alright. I tried it in Singapore and I thought it was alright. I don't know, man. I'm just too used to the instant one, which is again crazy. When I was in elementary school, I would always get the curry they made in the cafeteria. I loved it so much I even begged my mom to make it for me at home. She even went out of their way to buy an industrial-sized can of the stuff like they used, but in the end, she just couldn't reproduce the flavor. It tasted completely different. Sure, some might say this yakisoba tastes cheap, but at the end of the day, the fact that it was made in my own kitchen is an impressive feat. So it's like some weird nostalgia thing. I don't really have something to like a comparison from my life that would be comparable to this. I didn't even eat cafeteria food. I always brought my lunch. Shit's cheap, bro. I didn't have an allowance. And I did not have an allowance. I was living off of birthday and Christmas money. So, and obviously, I mean, my mom and dad paid for like the lunch ingredients, but still. This is incredible, Sumita. Yeah, you're a master chef. I'm in awe of your culinary prowess. Though you did get a lot of help from everyone, so they deserve at least some of the credit. And I'm sure they all knew what they were teaching her for. That's all their hard work was ultimately going towards, something that would benefit me. They weren't just doing Sumika a favor, they genuinely wanted to see our relationship succeed. Even class rep of all people. In fact, it sounds like she was the biggest contributor of all. Stop dissing class rep, even though I was kind of getting annoyed too. I think we stop here though. It's the hour mark. Stopping in the middle of the dates, but I'm sure this will probably go on for a while too. There's probably, maybe even an H scene. They did say it, but you never know. Well, it's Muv Luv, so probably. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. And next time we will continue our Valentine's date with Sumika. Sounds fun. Until then, later.